Hi guys, Max from HiOnAndroid.com, where we get on Android every day. Anyway, let's go ahead and do unboxing of the Galaxy S8 Plus. Let's go do this, baby. Alright guys, before I do unboxing, there is an interesting, you should take a look here. This is a T-Mobile model, but the model number, it says SMG955U, which I believe is actually stands for unlocked. So I didn't actually check this before unboxing. So this year you may be receiving unlock units that could be used both on CDMA and GSM. I'll have to check. This is also made in China, as you can see, bottom right there. Sorry, I gotta hide my IMEI. And this is the box that comes in. Let's go ahead and unbox it. All right, and boom shakalaka, baby. So this is, folks, the Galaxy S8 Plus. All right, the silver model, if you actually reflect it in the light, there's a mesh. My camera's having a hard time picking it up, but there is definitely a mesh pattern on the back. And it's actually these little white dots that are reflecting off. So at certain angles, it's gonna make the silver color look very white. Look at that. Look at that. That's really nice. Here's a close-up of it. And you can see the fingerprint sensor on the right side there. Sort of weird placement, especially when you're trying to grab it with the right. All right, is it awkward? If I grab it with the corner here, which I like to do, sort of secures your hand, and try to reach the top of it, yeah, I could barely reach it. So I really gotta extend my finger to reach it. I don't know how this is gonna work out. I may end up smudging the camera many times, but let's see how it goes after I use it at least a week. And I'll have those thoughts in my review. Now the sides are not meshed, unlike the back. It is just complete silver, all right, for the silver color. Of course, you got a microphone here, micro SD card slot. Let's actually open it real quick. So you do have micro SIM, micro SD card slot, just like the Note 7 S7 Edge, like last year. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my T-Mobile SIM card in there, obviously. All right, on the left side, you'll see volume buttons, obviously the Bixby key. On the bottom, of course, USB Type-C and microphone, speakers, 3.5mm headphone jack. The design hasn't changed drastically from last year. Let's go ahead and do a quick comparison. You could really tell the curve's gotten smaller, which means you may be able to get away with a tempered glass protector this year. One of the biggest problems with the S7 Edge, when you get a tempered glass, it will literally make your edges useless. Now with less edging, you may be able to get away since there's less edge. Now I'll have an update on that. We'll have to find that out also. Now compared to the Galaxy S7 Edge, it's just a tad fatter, just a tad, and it's a lot taller. Now one of my biggest complaints with the S7 Edge when I type for long hours, basically the edges sometimes make it hard because you're pressing it at an angle, and I actually prefer a flat screen. Now with the edges slightly flatter now, you should be able to type easier. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's in the rest of the box. T-Mobile sent me some extra SIM cards. All right, SIM ejaculator tool. Sorry, eject pin, it says. All right, bunch of manual, start guide. I always skip those, sorry. All right, we have a new AC adapter that's rated for 9 volts, 1.6 amps, 5 volts, 2 amps. It should be QC 3.0 compatible, and I do actually like the regular USB ports. That way I could use my existing cables. I can also use it for my other phones. I actually don't like the USB Type-C for the AC adapter. Then you have to buy new cables. You can't use your older cables for charging older USB types. All right, but the biggest change, Samsung has gone with a black AC adapter instead of white. I don't know if you've noticed, but every Galaxy until this point have had white adapters. This is the first time they've gone black. Once they go black, they will never go back. Also inside is a micro USB connector. This will convert it into USB Type-C. Now I don't recommend actually using this to charge your phone because it's gonna throttle you back to micro USB speeds for charging. So this really comes in handy in emergencies, all right? But I just put it in my backpack, forget about it. And one day I forget to bring my USB Type-C cables. I use this as a backup. But otherwise, I don't recommend using it. All right, of course, USB Type-C, OTG pretty much. You can use this to transfer files from other phones, iPhone, etc., etc. You can also use it to connect your flash drives, right? We'll go ahead and try it in a little bit. Okay. All right, what else is inside? You got USB Type-C cables, right? Just regular USB Type-C cables. Again, The cables are black this year. And yes, it does come with some nice set of earbuds. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Wow, all right. So we get an upgraded while we did not get this rope style for a while. Check it out, guys. Nice rope style that will not get tangled, a lot stronger. Check out these nice AKG headphones. I like it. All right, I like these attention to detail. You got volume buttons there, microphone there for the headset. Very nice set of earbuds. Now what's missing is the box for the headphones that they used to ship. I'd rather actually have better pair of headphones than the box. And lastly but not least, there are some extra set of earbuds to match your ears. That's pretty much all in the box. So I gotta repackage it for my Korean channel. By the way, I do have a Korean channel. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. All right, the moment of the truth. Let's go ahead and power on this bad boy. Wow. Feels very, very thin and slim. I actually really like the feel here. Now, of course, I'm going to be using a case. I would highly advise all of you to use a case. You know, with the S7 Edge, I actually broke 2 screens because even with the case, sometimes you can still drop it on the edges. So guys, once you break the screen, it's going to cost you like $300-400 to replace the screen. I'm going to actually replace the screen on my S7 Edge. It's still costing me like $250. The screen price doesn't go down a lot, and you may actually end up spending a lot more than you want to. Like the S7 Edge, you could buy one for like $400, but the screen costs $250. If you break your screen and try to resell it, do the math, right? So guys, especially with the Edge screens, use a screen. All right, look at that beautiful screen. Almost no bezels, infinity screen. Let me go ahead and sign in here. I finally signed in. Look at that. That is very beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and check out the face recognition. Wow, instant. That is lovely. Let's try again. And boom shakalaka. Wow. Now we all know that you can actually hack the face recognition just by using a photo of yourself. But I think face recognition is also very useful still. Let's say you lost your phone. You know, the person who gets your phone, let's say it's a random person, they're not gonna know what you look like. They're not gonna know who you are. So in those cases, it's still gonna be secure enough. Of course, when somebody steals your phone intentionally, that could be a problem. Look at that beautifulness. Look at that beauty. I mean, it is a very beautiful phone. All right, of course, I've been already running S8 ROM on my Note 5 and S7 and S7 Edge. So I'm used to all of this. You got the new launcher, Bixby. So far, I'm loving the feel. It does definitely feel very, very premium. Of course, I'm getting a ton of fingerprints. Like I said, I would totally use a case. Of course, you can use stickers from dbrand or Slick Wraps. I personally don't really like them that much. The only one I actually like, Slick Wraps sent me this for my S6. I really like the carbon fiber back finish. This I would recommend, but I don't actually like the regular sticker ones. And no, I don't get paid for saying that, guys. I'm just telling you my opinions. I don't actually like stickers that much. Okay, guys, the first thing I would disable lookout. Sometimes it causes reboots. I hate lookout. The first thing I do when I find this, I disable. All right, it's a useless app. Sometimes it makes my phone reboot. I hate it. It always does this extra check when you don't need to. Absolutely do not need lookout. Alright guys, as you can see, it is running Android 7.0. It's a G955U. Like I said earlier, I believe this year Samsung is actually launching maybe one model for the whole US. Alright, because the U stands for unlocked. Battery capacity 3500 milliamps. So this home button, what does it do? So it just sort of unlocks your phone. And also you can unlock it with your face. Oh, very useful. For those of you who absolutely need the home button, physical home button, since AOD supports you pushing the button, right, it's a little glitchy. Right, it's not. Once you get used to it, if you give it nice force, and boom. Wow, I kind of like that. All right, of course, there's iris scanner, there's fingerprint scanner. I'm gonna actually end up using the face recognition. I will play with the iris scanner and whatnot. One thing that does worry me is that the face recognition won't work well in the dark. Okay, I'm gonna hold device 10 to 14 inches away. Match my eyes in there. All right, iris scanner done. So yes, you do have to choose between face unlock and iris unlock. You can't use both at the same time. So let me go ahead and try that. To do the iris scan, see, the thing with iris scan, I have to swipe up to do additional scan. I mean, it does work fast. It's just additional step. I wish Samsung would update the software so it will know that you want to do iris scan. But as it is right now, you have to do this and then swipe up. Alright, but it works flawless. Alright guys, let's go ahead and test out the camera real quick. Now with this here, you're going to have to do a double tap on the power button since we don't have the home button anymore. As far as different modes, you got auto, pro, panorama, selective focus, slow motion, hyperlapse. Camera has always been one of the best with the Samsung devices. Let's take a quick photo here. And very good detail. Of course, I'll have to do further testing, but looks not bad. I really miss the home button for the shortcuts. I use it all the time, but I feel like sometimes if I don't press it fast enough, it will actually power off my phone. Turn the screen off. All right, there is selective focus. Let's go ahead and try a selective focus, sort of like that. All right, near focus, far focus, pan focus, near focus. Bokeh is not bad, but not as good as the bokeh mode on Huawei devices. All right, let's check out the front camera real quick. We got these funky modes that you can use. Take a photo here. Hi. I guess you could use this a lot for like stuff like Instagram, Snapchat, and even video works. Hello, my name is Mox. Testing out the SA Plus camera. Oh, did you hear that? And of course, Samsung Pay is probably one of my favorite features of Samsung phones. You know, just because Samsung's way ahead. If you live in the US, you can get Samsung points. All right, I did put a case on it just now because, you know, I was just outside just playing with the phone because my camera overheated. And I would say with the case, it actually makes it really easy to find the fingerprint sensor now because now you got this slot here. So you may want to actually get a case just so you can locate the fingerprint sensor better because it's really hard to locate without it. Alright. By the way, you guys can pick up that case that I just used. It's a Galaxy S8 Ultra Hybrid. Also have a bunch of case reviews, all of the ones from Spigen pretty soon on my channel, so check that out. Alright, just to wrap it up, what I think, Samsung has done pretty good job of incrementally upgrading the phone. The infinity screen, I would say it would be very good for my email apps and stuff where the longer length is going to allow me to read more. Also for reading websites, I think this is going to definitely help. Let's go to SFGate, a site I go often. You have more real estate, so this is going to be great for reading news. Anything that's a lot of text, this is going to be great for. Now, as far as actually viewing YouTube videos,
do you like horses?
You can see here it gets cut off pretty bad. It looks like I have really big bezels. Now I can tap here. Oh, I can tap the screen ratio. Alright, so I can actually crop it to fit, which looks a lot nicer, but it is definitely cropping. You are losing out a little bit. But not bad at all. That looks actually pretty good. So that's a temporary solution for watching YouTube videos in full screen. Now I did upload a 18 by aspect ratio for the LG G6 and wow, it looks pretty good here. You can see it didn't crop out, it only cropped out a little bit. So I don't think it's a huge problem because you could just use the crop mode and just go ahead and crop to fit, right? You're not gonna really miss out much. Now one thing I did notice, if you wanna actually run this phone in 1440p resolution, or QHD+, this phone actually defaults to 22 by 1080. So if you don't actually change this to 2960 by 1440, you're actually going to be able to only enjoy 1080p. So make sure you do that. That way you can enjoy the full resolution. Of course, if you want longer battery life, you want to set it to 1080p or 720p even. But yeah, look at those damn bezels. I mean, it is a very sexy phone. No doubt about it. So I think Samsung did a terrific job. I will have a full review of this, but for right now, it's definitely a go for me. I'm gonna definitely start daily driving this like every day. My last year's favorite phone was the S7 Edge, the Pixel, and the LG V20. Now, one thing I'm still not sure of, will the aspect ratio actually help me type? Probably not, because you're losing a little bit of screen. Well, you know what? The actual screen is about the same as LG V20, the actual screen, because the bezels are so damn small. You can see it looks a lot narrower, but the actual width of the display is about the same, I think, as LG V20. So I'll definitely have a test on that, although I do prefer flat screen phones for typing. Hopefully the S8 Plus will solve a lot of the typing problems I've had with the S7 Edge. I mean, check this out real quick. You can see where the Q ends. You're gonna have to like sort of hit on the edge, whereas the S8 Plus, you can actually hit on the flatter side. It's still on the edge, but it's mostly flat there. So that's gonna be the biggest change from the S7 Edge to the S8 Plus. So I'm gonna definitely have to try it out. But wow, look at that. Look at how much longer it is. You get a lot more real estate, so pretty cool stuff. You're getting so old now. I feel bad for my S7 Edge. Alright, that's pretty much it for today, guys. I'll have an unboxing of the regular S8. Also, I have the international version coming. I will also have root method for this, of course, if the bootloader is not locked. I'm hoping not. I'm crossing my fingers. But yeah, so far, pretty excited with this phone. I just really want to find out how good the camera is, but it is definitely a crazy fingerprint magnet. I'm gonna have to get another case that doesn't pick up fingerprints. Alright guys, as always, stay on Android. I totally forgot to show you the thing I was going to show you. So let's go ahead and check out if the OTG cable can read flash drives, of course. There you go. Reads it just fine. So you can use it to connect devices, keyboards, mouse even. Yay. I got it right.
Click here to subscribe.